So today is not going to be any great tutorial or anything like that, but I'm trying to clean out some of my scraps, and I have several journals that are in the works that I need different pieces of ephemera for. So I am just simply going to go through today and just make ephemera. I'm not really even going to pick and choose what comes out of the pile first. I'm just gonna get started with it, and I figured I would just bring you guys along. I guess more of a craft and chat type thing, because I've got so much. And then, like I said, I do have several journals that are in the works. So I'm just simply going through and just, you know, depending on what size the scrap is, will depend on what I make with it. And we'll just see what all I can get done in 30 minutes. I'm not going to decorate or embellish anything because, you know, I don't know what journals they'll end up being put in. So I am just simply going to be making a few things. That's all I'm doing. Some of this scrap, I have no idea where it come from. Don't know what I used it on. And at this point, I don't care. I just need to get it cleaned up and moved out of my craft bucket bin because it's so huge. So like on this one, I think I'm just going to make like a little seed pocket envelope type thing. Yeah, that'll be fun. So like I said, I am just trying to get it all done to where I don't have so much stuff just in my scraps, because I go to look for something that I know I have in my scraps, and you wouldn't believe how many scraps I actually have. And so I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm over it. I've got to get this stuff cleaned up. So I am just cutting out the areas that I need to cut out to make this little seed packet. And again, like I said, it's not really like a tutorial because I'm just working. I'm not really, teaching anything or what have you. I'm just trying to get it all cleaned up because it's killing me. And I do have, like I said, I do have several journals. A little trash bucket here, and I probably should save those, but I have saved so much little bitty pieces that I cannot save anymore. I've got to do better. I need to either use what I'm saving, or I don't need to save it anymore, because I am getting overwhelmed with all of the scraps, and I'm sure I'm like most of us. I'm like, oh, I know what I can do with that. I can do something with that. That's too good to throw away. And then I end up not doing anything with it. And like this one, I can go back in and cut a thumb hole in it if I want to. Let's see, what do we want to do with this one? I know what I want to do with this one. Okay. So, like I said, I am just simply, I guess it's maybe a craft and chat type video, to where I am just simply working on trying to get some ephemera built up and ready for my, I have several journals coming up. So, a couple of them are like pre-orders. but I do have a few that will be placed in my Etsy. So stay tuned. I don't know how long it will take for me to get them all done and in my Etsy, but they will be there eventually. And so like this is just like a little pocket that can be glued inside of a journal. And so you have the pocket here, and then you open it, and then you can glue it in the journal. And then we could make a flip, but let's not worry with all of that crazy stuff right now. Let's just keep making ephemera. I'm going to set that one to the side for now. And I really don't want to take the time to do that, but my glue. Okay, so on this one, just trying to see what I want to do with this one. And again, I'm just trying to get rid of some scraps. I have way too much. I probably shouldn't have folded that down quite so far, but it's okay. I'm just going to make a little envelope with this one. I will put a little thumb pull in. So how many of you guys have piles of scraps like I do? And the thing is, you know, there is so much that I can do with the scraps, but the question is, am I going to do it? And if so, when am I going to do it? Because I'm always got so much going on. So that's the next thing. Is I'm really bad about not taking the time to actually use the scraps. So we have a little envelope there. So as you can see, I am not really like taking time to try and figure stuff out. I'm just simply making stuff. I'm not even getting my scoreboard out. How bad is that? I mean, I guess I probably should for some of this, but I'm just trying to get a couple of things done. And sometimes it's just easier for me to just sit down and get it done. As you can see, guys, this is how I honestly craft. I don't even like think about it most of the time. I just sit down and just start working, I guess you could say. And so I'm just making like some little pockets. You know, just whatever I can do to get rid of some of the scraps, but still have something that I can use. And that's all I'm doing. I mean, and even if I'm not real fond of the paper, like I said, I can come back in and I can embellish it up at some point. I knew that wasn't going to cut out, but I tried it anyway. It's okay there because we still got it. And so I'm just making like library type pockets. You know, just different things that I can use in some different journals that are coming up. You know, this is something I can either glue this in or, you know, whatever. And I can go back and trim where I didn't cut it straight, but that's not an issue. And I'm going to set that little piece over there to the side for now. Let's see. Let's make an envelope with this one. We can do it maybe like here. And I'm not going to do the little gussets on it. I'm just simply going to make an envelope. And then where do I want to fold it at? Cut it at. Let's cut it about there. Actually, I'm just going to get, well, no, I better not get it. I'll do it with the metal ruler. Ooh, I actually like that torn edge. Let me try it like this, because I like that torn edge. I didn't think I would. That's a little better. Yes, I like it. And we will attempt a thumb hole. It's probably not going to do it, but it will be okay. Either way. Nope, I knew it wasn't going to. Y'all heard me say it wasn't going to. But y'all saw I tried it anyway. It just, sometimes it works. My dogs heard the stuff banging on my desk. I apologize, guys. If they keep on, I'll pause it. I'm so sorry, guys. It's like they know whenever I'm in here filming. I am going to get my little trimmer out for this one. And this is not, I mean, I can use this one for something else. But I just really, I'm at that point where I'm ready to get it out of my stash. So all I'm doing is just, I cut it into smaller pieces there. And you know what? I will get my scoreboard because I do want to make this a little neater. I'll move my scraps over to this side so I can get this up in view. I'm just going to chuck those in there for now. Alright, so I'm just going to score this. Just so that it'll make it a little easier on me. And I'm just scoring. No, I'm tearing is what I'm doing. Did y'all see that? And let me go ahead and score these while I'm at it. Or should I say tear these while I'm at it? That seems to be what I'm good at doing right now. But I'm just, as you guys can see, I'm not paying attention to much of anything. I'm just working on getting some of the scraps done. You know, and build my stash too, because all the journals that I have coming up, it definitely makes it easier when you have, you know, a stash that you can just pull straight from. And now I probably should put this on my trimmer to cut this, but I'm not, because it's just taking too much time. So that's why I got my longer scissors out to hope, you know, try and cut a little bit straighter line. But I have problems with my vision is really bad. I wear contacts and I wear glasses, and it seemed to be okay until here in the last year. And I don't know what happened. I have no idea. And I went to the eye doctor, and I have amblyopia with astigmatism, and so that alone is bad, you know. And supposedly now they can do surgery to correct some of it, but my insurance does not cover the surgery until I develop cataracts. Well, my family does not have a history of cataracts, which I know that's not always a thing. So my husband and I talked about it, and we said, look, we don't care what it costs. We'll do whatever we have to do for me to go ahead and get the surgery. And so I called to schedule the consultation for the surgery, and they said, oh yeah, you know, we can do a consultation, but you have to not wear contacts for a week leading up before the consultation. Okay, I can't see even with glasses. So it's just been one of them things where, what do? I literally, all joking aside, I cannot see even with the glasses. And so I don't know. I'm just, and I understand what they're saying, that they can't do even the consultation until, you know, I've been out of contacts a week, because the contacts do change the shape and all of your eyes. So I don't know. I just know that I am having so much difficulty seeing, and shadows are awful. And I told my husband he didn't know what the astigmatism was, and so I told him, I said, you know, have you ever seen the starlight lens for a camera? You know how it takes the you know, the light, and it makes it like a starlight all the way around. And he was like, oh yeah. I said, okay. I said, that's how it is all the time with me. You know, so a light doesn't look just like a light. I said, it is this huge area of light. And so he was like, oh, I didn't realize it was like that. I was like, yeah, that's why I can't see, because it is like that at all times. I didn't finish filling this one down. So, I don't know. We'll get something figured out. I am going to keep on working, though. It doesn't, you know, it's not going to slow me down. Well, it has slowed me down. But it's okay. The last eye appointment I had, they had to dilate my eyes, and so I had to have the contacts out. And they said I could put my contacts back in. Oh, and the eye doctor, she was like, okay. So she had taken, you know, they had my contacts out, and this was before she dilated them. She said, okay, so what's the biggest, the smallest line you can read up there on the board? And I looked at her, I said, well, I said, I know that's an E up there. I said, not that I can actually see that it's an E. I said, I see some black, you know, and surrounded by some cream color or something. I said, but I know it's an E. And she's like, okay, we got to dilate your eyes. And it went no better. So that is my situation, as one of my son-in-laws would say. He'd call it situation. So that is my situation right now. I know growing up, you know, I've been in glasses, God, since I was, I don't know. And I hated wearing them. And I wish I'd worn them as a child. I wish my mom and dad had actually made me wear them. But they didn't. And, you know, I was always worried about how I looked and how I looked in the glasses. And so that was a big issue for me. But now I'm at the point, I don't care how I look. I just need to be able to see. And look at that. I have let that. Oh, there we go. I thought I had messed up with that. Okay, so let's just keep working. This one, well, it's already got a torn edge up there. Let's just make it into a little torn edge envelope. And let me just see. Since I know it's not going to poke my little hole like that. Look at that. I thought I had, my goodness, it outsmarted me instead, didn't it? Oh well. Okay, so there's that. We'll fold that down. Like I said, guys, if the dogs get too loud at any point, I'll just pause the video because I can hear my cat trying to get out of my bedroom door, and so it's setting the dogs off. Between my cat and the dogs, I feel like I'm losing it sometimes. Because they are just, let's make this into like a pocket. Like a library type pocket. Let me get my scoreboard out so I don't booger it up too bad. As long as I don't booger it up by cutting completely through it like I did the other one. And so I'm just going to find my phone folder. And let's just do maybe, let's do 1/4 of an inch. When the dogs and cat, well, I didn't do those even, but it's okay. When the dogs know that I am home or that my husband is home, and it's almost like they know when I am getting on here to film. I swear they do. That is not straight. Oh my goodness, guys. Let's just see what it does when we put it together. I mean, they can be perfectly quiet, and then I get on here to do a video. Just like my kiddos were. So as you see, I am just simply I don't know, I'm just trying to get some scraps done, and in the meantime, if I can get some ephemera out of it, oh my God. Guys, I'm embarrassed, but you know what? That's okay. We'll trim it up. Look at that. Isn't that some wonderful cutting right there? I don't think I'm going to say that this piece was not very square when I done it. That's going to be my excuse. And we're just going to go with that. God only knows, it probably was, and I just cut it wonky, but it's okay. So I'll just trim it up like that, and then we'll trim it up like that. So now we have like a little library pocket. My goodness gracious. Oh, y'all do not see that, did you? Wow, look at this, guys. We are on a roll. Look at all of this. And we still have, do we have a few more minutes? We're going to take a few more minutes, whether we have them or not. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to do a little envelope with a piece of this. And just see where I want to fold it down. And like I said, I am just simply, there is no method to my madness this morning, other than the fact I just need to have some ephemera in my stash. That's all there is to it. And anything that I haven't cut straight, you know, whenever I go to actually use it, I can trim it all up then. Make it look a little bit better. And then, you know, when I go to add embellishments, that'll help. But I just don't really want to embellish anything now because I don't know what journals, you know, each one is going to go in. You know, I don't know if I'm going to glue the stuff down. I don't know if it'll be like just set in there. So I'm just not... My biggest thing right now is I just need to get some stuff in my stash. Let's see, like this, I could take... Let me trim a little bit of this off. Let's round these corners. Maybe. And so see, I could just put that in there. So we've got that. Made a little envelope and a journal card with that. Here's some bigger pieces. Let's do an envelope with this one. I like it. Same type of thing. I'm just folding it down. Trying to see, and you know what? I'm going to use that line right there as my guide. Use a cheat whenever you can. And I probably still didn't cut it straight, but it's okay. I was talking about my eyes, and the funny thing is, you know, my husband, he has his hair as a flat top, and he's had it like that since I met him, and every picture I've ever really seen of him, he's had a flat top, except for when he was in high school. And believe it or not, it is very difficult, at least in Tallahassee, to find somebody that knows how to cut a flat top. And so whenever he would go to get a haircut, and his hair grows really fast, so he would have to call the different barbershops and say, do you have anybody there today that can do a flat top? And it was just something, you know, I think there was like one lady in all of Tallahassee that would do a flat top. And so then, of course, you know, COVID hit. And so everything shut down, and there was nowhere to get a flat top done. And so he was panicked because, you know, he likes to have his hair, you know, fixed at all times and, you know, look nice or pretty, as he likes to say. And so I was like, look, you know, and I had always cut my boys' hair when they were growing up, but theirs was, I don't know, I call it like a high and tight type thing. And, you know, it was pretty simple to do. And I told him, I said, you know, I'll attempt it. I'll try anything. I don't know how it'll come out, but I'll attempt it. And so he was like, okay, that'd be great. Well, I watched a ton of YouTube videos, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this thing. And so I did. I cut his hair the first time, and it took me a little bit, you know, but I worked with it. I cut it, and it looked actually very good. And so he looks in the mirror, and he was like, oh, that's it. He said, I'm not going back and having anybody else cut my hair. He said, you're going to be cutting my hair from now on. So that was almost 2 years ago. And I have been cutting his hair ever since, which I don't mind, but because of the situation with my eyes, sometimes it is very difficult to see. And so he has learned, and he thinks it's hilarious, but I use the light to play off of his hair to make sure that I have it cut properly. And so he'll be sitting there and I'll have him like, okay, and then I'll get kind of down lower and then I'll be looking into the light to see what hair I can see. And so I kind of do that in a lot of things. I just, it is funny how when one sense kind of goes down or bad, how your body will, you know, put a different sense to work. And I find it funny how I am, because I use shadows and light a lot of times to help me judge if I've got something cut straight or but hey, it is what it is, as long as it works. So I mean, I think I'm over my 30 minutes, but that's fine if that's okay with you guys, because I am just crafting. Guys, y'all did not see that. That was awful. And then that's not even going to cut it. That's okay. We'll trim it. And then there's some things that I just really can't blame on the eyes. Some things, it's just simply me being goofy. Yeah. I mean, I did have diabetes. Oh, I still am considered diabetic. I had gestational diabetes with my last 3. My 8th child, you know, I have 9. My 8th baby was the absolute worst. I have no idea why I was actually put on, what do you call it? Can't even think. Insulin. When I was only like 8 or 9 weeks pregnant with him. And I was on 4 shots a day with him. And so then, you know, my doctor said, you know, we'll let him cook as long as, you know, we can, as long as he's healthy. And so then it got to where my diabetes was where it wasn't being able to be controlled, and not that it was going high, it was that it would go high and then it would bottom out. And like the day before they induced, it bottomed out to like 27. And they couldn't get it up. And so like with me, I knew that I would be okay because they were giving me glucose. But I was so worried about my baby. So when she said, okay, we have to go ahead and induce, I was like, okay, let's do it. And long story short with him, I'm not going to go into all the details, but he laid transverse the entire time I was pregnant with him, which as a pregnancy, that was much more comfortable. He wasn't on my bladder, he wasn't on my diaphragm. Oh my God, it was, you know, wonderful. But he couldn't be born that way. And so they've done the inversion, or well, they did do the inversion, which, God. Yeah. I've had 9 kids, and I don't ever want another inversion. Well, I mean, I'm not having any more kids, but that was painful, to say the least. But he did turn head down. But rather than him turning head down with his nose down, he turned head down with his nose facing sideways. And so he just, I don't know if it was because the diabetes was so bad, or, you know, all of his health issues caused the diabetes. I don't know. But his was a very, it was a rough time. That's all I can say. I'm just glad that until I had said he was caboose. But you know, God's got a sense of humor. And along came my Isaiah. And that that was the end of that story. But Isaiah was caboose. He was it. Yeah. And by that time, when my youngest son was born, my first grandbaby was due, like 4 months later. And so I'd always said, okay, that's it. I definitely do not want children younger than my grandchildren. And so I was like, that's it. I'm done. We're done. So I don't know if the diabetes, you know, because I did, like I said, I had it very difficult with Josiah. And then it went away for a while. And then I guess maybe 8 or 9 years ago, it became type 2 diabetes. And so, you know, I know that that messes with your eyes, but mine was very well controlled. I made sure of that. And then in the last, I guess it's been almost 2 years that I guess June will be when I really started. I was like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. And I started actively losing weight. And so I've lost, I guess maybe 50 pounds or so. And so I don't take any diabetic medications anymore. That's not an issue, but they will always consider me diabetic. So I don't know if, you know, the diabetes affected my eyes. I don't know. But at any rate, I do have the crazy vision problems. So, alright guys, well, let me finish this one up and then we'll call this video done. And I appreciate you guys just hanging out with me while I'm just crafting away. And I will probably do one more of these videos because I do have so much that I need to get done and so much scraps that I need to go through. So let me know what you guys think about, you know, just a craft and chat. Maybe get, you know, learn a little bit more about me. So let me know in the comments what you guys think and if this is something that you guys like or enjoy, because, you know, I don't want to go posting content that you guys don't enjoy. So that's my biggest thing. Let me clean this up a little bit and let's see what all we did get done today. Okay, so that's a pocket. That's an envelope. This is a little pocket. Look at all of these, guys. We got quite a bit done. Envelope, pocket. Look at this. Oh, we done quite a bit. Oh, I'm a little impressed with myself. So, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 different pieces of ephemera that we have done that is now in my stash. Wonderful. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and helping me get this done, because my buddy Chelle will tell you this is probably one of the things I don't know, I hate the collage, but like making ephemera and just sitting down and making ephemera, it's one of my things that I hate to do normally, because it just takes so much time, or normally it does to me. I don't know. Anyway, there you go guys. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.